Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Hey, I thought I'd share today a little something I'm working on in my own practice. And what I've been doing lately is, you might have seen another video I did a while back where it was called Softer, I think, where just one of my practices is as I'm working through the form, I just keep thinking softer and softer and softer. I'll even just say the word softer and go to the next position, and then as I move out of that position I go softer. The style that I do is very much, it's a yang style form, symmetrical yang style form of Chongda Chen, and it's definitely a form that emphasizes softness and relaxation and a kind of comfort in each movement. There are styles that emphasize a lot of ward-off energy, a lot of kind of systemic tension. Other forms emphasize more smoothness and softness and relaxation. This is one of those softer, relaxed styles. And I've been working on that for many, many years, and I hopefully will work on it for many years to come. But something I've been working on lately that's really been helping is building strength. I've been working on building strength for the last, especially the last year or so, but actually for quite some time, but injuries kind of set me back. But lately I've been on the right track and not getting injured. And one thing I like to do is when I take a step, like I'll just take a side step here, I'll take a basic step and I'll just hold that position, and I'll work this leg, and I'll work on floating my joints a little bit, suspending my joints, so they're not held firmly and they're not held limp. In other words, each joint is not like an expanded balloon, but each joint is not like a hammock either. It's kind of in between, suspended like that. So I work the leg that's supporting my weight, and I relax and soften here, and then I'll go into the next movement. And when I get there, I'll pause and suspend my joints and relax. And then I will systemically firm all the muscles in my body as though I'm being pulled and pushed at the same time everywhere. So I will literally tense up all the muscles in my body, not to the point of hard strain or really super tight, but I'll go like that. Like I'll firm everything, and then I'll soften again and relax and float the joints. And then I might do it again, firm everywhere, especially my abdominals and upper body, and then relax everywhere. And then I'll go on to the next movement, and I'll step and go slow, and then float the joints. And then move to the next position, and when it's a clear position, I'll firm everything, float everything, firm everything, float everything, and then go on to the next position. Firm everything, soften everything, sometimes repeat, but not always. Go on to the next movement. Float, firm, float, and then so on. It takes a long time to go through a form that way. Our form is pretty long. Being symmetrical, it can take close to an hour to finish the long form. If you did it that way, all the way through, it could take a couple of hours. So I'll usually do one section of it that way, if I have the time. Another thing I've been doing lately, which is sort of a shorter, more condensed version of doing that, is I'll just go through the form at more or less my regular pace, take a step, and then as I do a movement, anytime I'm exhaling or doing any kind of an issuing movement, I gradually firm all my muscles, so that by the end of the movement I'm very, very, very firm, and then I relax and go very, very soft during the inhaling or soft part of the movement, step, and then when I go to issue, very, very firm as I go, and then soft as I return, and then firm as I go, like I'm literally pressing my hands against each other, pushing and pulling, creating an isometric tension throughout my body as I arrive there, and then relax and soften, then firm. Well, actually, no, that would be an inhalation. That's soft movement, and I'd firm when I go to push again. So literally every time I exhale or do any kind of issuing motion, I'm firming every muscle in my body as much as I can do comfortably, and then I relax. Every time I inhale or do a neutralizing kind of movement or a coiling kind of movement, I relax as much as possible and just feel into that. Of course my leg works, but I relax most of my muscles and then tense when I issue again. So back and forth between tensing and relaxing. And I really am enjoying the way I feel afterwards in particular. I feel really energized and really open and really charged and ready to move. I really like it. I don't think I'll practice this way forever, but it's just something I've been working on. Dialing up the dimmer switch back and forth between how soft and relaxed I can be on the neutralizing movements, how firm and solid I can be on the issuing movements, how soft I can be on the next neutralizing or gathering movement, how firm I can be on the next issuing movement. I'm really liking that going back and forth. It's also great for staying warm on a chilly day like today. It's really great for staying warm on a chilly day, and it can be a nice way to practice. One thing I love about Tai Chi practice is that these forms can be done so many different ways. You can focus on nothing but alignment. You can focus on your palms. You can focus on the application of the movements. You can focus on breathing. You can focus on the long spine. You can focus on different elements of life and of the form, and they can affect your practice and give you new things to work with. You know, when I do this firming method, I'm not just tensing totally isolated. I am actually thinking about the application of the movement. Like if it's a punch, I'm thinking about that. What I'm doing. If it's an arm bar or something, I'm imagining real resistance to it. If I'm pushing, I imagine I'm being pushed against, and I have to push against it. So it's a nice way of charging the muscles in the body and just putting a little more tension, a little more strength, a little more firmness into that movement, because if you were going to apply it, you'd have to apply more strength and more force to it. You don't push somebody over by just doing this. You gotta put something into it. So I like doing the form as a relaxation and just working on the kinetic change and the smooth connection between the nervous system and the muscular skeletal system. I really like that. But this is just another wrinkle, another thing to add. So maybe you might want to try it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. GeneBurnett.com is my website, and subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of thing. And thanks for watching.